Hey, what's up folks? Jesse here with Southern Reels, and I'm just out in the shop this afternoon doing some stuff on the kayaks. And I just wanted to cover something real quick in a video that I keep getting asked in my most recent videos since it's gotten cold is what is it that I'm using? What kind of gloves are those you got on? Or what kind of dry suit, you're using basically. So I just want to cover that real quick, that way everybody knows. I did finally purchase a dry suit this year, which I've got right here. This is the new Kayak Gore-Tex Radius suit. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty much their top of the line suit. I really like this one because it splits entirely at the waist with a waterproof zipper that goes all the way around right here. It's got this nice thing that secures it, and it has, of course, the built-in booties and everything. It's a really nice set of pants. And along with it comes the top with zips on. Now this can be worn as a dry top by itself or in combination with the pants as a complete dry suit. It comes with this little hood thing on the top of it. It kind of helps break the wind, that way you're not having to wear a toboggan or something like that. It's a little bit big. I don't know, it's better than nothing anyway. It's very nice so far. I've worn it out a few times. It's very comfortable. It's their Gore-Tex breathable suit. And I didn't really realize when they said breathable, how breathable it actually was. And the first time I went out, I just wore, a base layer under it. I was pretty cold that day, I'm not gonna lie. I could literally feel the wind blowing right through this almost, which is kind of crazy to think that it's waterproof and it's able to do that, but it is waterproof. I actually tested it. I put it on, suited up, threw my boots on, which I'll cover those in a second. Jumped in a swimming pool just to make sure it worked, and it did. And what's the really neat thing about this as well is when you got your suit on, you get into the water, it floats you basically upright in almost a laying position, almost like a life jacket would, because of the air that's trapped inside of it. Thought that was really cool, very nice little safety feature that I didn't even know it would do. But it definitely worked. It kept me dry even when I dove under the water. Of course your head gets wet, but in conjunction with it, I just picked up these Red Wing boots from like Bass Pro. I didn't really want the camo pattern, I don't care about that, but I like them because they're really flexible right here in the heel part, which is nice when you're pedaling and stuff, and it's more comfortable when you're in the kayak. It's got a little bit of insulation value to it, and they're very tight fitting, which I like. And even when they got swamped with water when I jumped in the pool, it wasn't too heavy to manage. Of course, feet got cold and wet at that time. Well, the boots did. Your feet stayed dry actually, but still. I don't know, I'm still kind of up and down on the boots. This is my only complaint about my setup right now is that even with the thickest socks that I have, like Arctic wool socks, my toes get cold and stay cold all day. I think the next time I go out, I'm probably gonna try some of those hot hands, well, hot feet, little packs that you can add in on your toes. I used to use them years ago and they worked well. So I'm gonna try that next time. Anyway, these are the boots that I'm wearing. Next thing that I wanna cover is the gloves. I keep getting asked this a lot. This is made by a company called Glacier Glove. I actually found these on Amazon. A friend recommended them to me. They're fully rubberized. You got a nice kind of like insulation felt material on the inside. You can go to, actually there's a website right there, glacierglove.com. They're nice because, like I said, they're pretty much waterproof as long as you don't get your hand far enough in the water that it gets into the top of them here. And being fully rubberized, handling the fish with these is safe because it's no different than handling them with your bare hands. So as long as you kind of dip the glove, which in the kayak is easy, just stick your hand in the water, it doesn't harm the fish by removing the slime like a cloth glove would. Highly recommend these gloves, they're awesome. I've had this pair for a year now. Now you gotta watch it because they are prone to getting hooks and stuff stuck in them very easily, which I've done a couple of times, but oddly enough, I haven't had any leaks yet. And my buddy told me they were pretty easy to tear, even though I haven't torn mine yet. Anyway, Glacier gloves, they're awesome. Back to the suit, like I said before, it's very breathable. The first trip out, I was kind of cold. The next trip out, I wore even more clothes, like 2 pairs of long johns and pants and stuff underneath of it, and I was still a little bit cold. I could still feel the wind blowing through me, which is amazing how breathable this material is. A friend of mine that goes out fishing with me, he has one of the other dry suits that I guess aren't made from breathable material, and he says that he pretty much dies in his sweating all day long. So figured it out the last trip. I had these Columbia pants here that I got from Sporting Goods, I think, and a Columbia windbreaker type jacket with a hood. I basically use these for rain gear in the summertime and stuff in spring, and it's what I was using last year when I went cold water fishing, not knowing any better. Of course, you fall in the water, this ain't doing you any good, but it at least kept you dry from splashing and stuff. What I did is actually wore my, all my insulating layers, and then I put this on because this is a wind breaking layer, and then put the dry suit on over top of all of that. I stayed nice and warm all day this past trip, and it was cold and windy all day. It was like in the low 40s and the wind was blowing like 20 miles an hour, and I stayed nice and toasty all day. Except for my toes. My toes were icicles all day. But that's the trick from what I found, is you have to have like a windbreaking layer somewhere in the mix under this suit. Otherwise, the breathable ability of it is going to keep you cool on the water, which could be a good thing. The boots, I'm still kind of up in the air on them. They're really nice, a little bit bulky. Might try some shoes that are designed for like sock feet waders or something like that at some point, but these are bought and paid for, so I'm gonna stick with them for now. Anyway, that's what I'm using right now. The boots, they were like 130 bucks. Had Bass Pro. The gloves, I think they were like $20, $30 online. Honestly, I can't even remember. Dry suit, this particular dry suit, I ain't gonna lie, it was expensive. It was 1,300 bucks. That hurt. That was one of those things I was like, holy crap, you know, but it's something that'll last you for years and years and years if you take care of it, and it could possibly save your life. It's very comfortable as well once you figure out how to wear the breathable ability of it. Now I will say that the neck gasket here, the first time I put it on, it was so tight it turned my face blue, and actually my wife was standing there watching me and she about laughed, because seriously, this gasket, I had to trim it down like 2 or 3 rings to get it to where I could even wear it without it popping my eyeballs out. But you don't want to trim it too loose, because over time it's going to stretch a little bit, and you definitely want it tight enough that it keeps the water out. It took a bit of getting used to as far as the neck gasket pressure. Now of course the ones around your wrists, they're really tight too, but that didn't bother me. The one around the neck, it gets a little aggravating. I've actually taken one of the face masks that you wear for face protection, and every now and then during the day when I'm in a calm water or a calm situation, I'll actually take it and kind of tuck it in the neck gasket just to give you some relief from it, because I ain't gonna lie, it gets a little annoying. But once again, it's a life-saving feature, so it's just something you're gonna have to deal with. That's what I'm rocking right now. Kayak Radius dry suit, glacier gloves, Columbia windbreaking layer, and the Red Wing waterproof boots. And it keeps me pretty warm, so, and safe. It's the important thing, safe. That's it. Thanks for watching, peace.